What do we do when our product backlog gets really long? A lot of teams who've been around for a while, product backlogs that have been around for a while, end up with product backlogs that have sometimes hundreds, if not thousands of items in them. And the truth is, these days, we use a lot of tools to manage those product backlogs. So more often than not, we're not actually managing that many items. We might be managing the top 200 or so. And so those things may not get in the way. But if you feel like this is a problem on your team, one of the things you might want to do is limit the number of items, the number of spots in your product backlog. Maybe you want to limit it to, say, 150 spots, thinking if an idea isn't a top 150 item idea, why bother writing it down? Why bother putting it on the list? We'll just worry about that later. Now, by limiting the number of items you have on your list, this actually has a couple of extra benefits. If you're in a very heavily request-driven environment where a lot of the items on your product backlog are as a result of business requests or customer requests, by limiting the number of items on your product backlog, it will actually encourage your stakeholders to pre-filter, to pre-sort, to pre-prioritize their requests, because your customer isn't going to show up with their top 30 ideas because they know they have to outcompete all these other 150 ideas in order to make the list, so they're likely going to come to you with the top 3 or the top 5. This way, it'll help your product owner identify what's really most important to those stakeholders. The problem with limiting the number of items on your list is you need to somehow have the intestinal fortitude. You need to have the stones to be able to pull off telling your stakeholders that the reason why their items aren't on the list at all is because these ideas are so bad, these ideas are so dumb that they don't even make the list.